If you can carry in a stubborn load of groceries, you can make 10 grand a month flipping couches. Anybody who hates their job, it's the dopest gig. The only way that I could stay afloat was just slamming 16-hour doubles, and I was just headed towards like a mental health crisis. So in my first half month, I made more in my evenings after full-time work than I did my nursing job. 2023, I did 183K, and that was with a 3-year-old in tow.
Wow.
It doesn't feel like work. Lots of days off during the week. A $200 purchase for a $5,200 sale.
Whoa.
I don't put pants on for less than $1,000. The time freedom is stupid.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So the other day I'm swiping Instagram as I do, and I come across this guy called the Full-Time Flipper. And what does he do? He flips couches in rural Canada on Facebook Marketplace. He makes 6 figures a year, working part-time, golfing a ton. He's got kids. His wife works, and he just buys couches and sells them. Or he gets couches for free and gets paid to take them to the dump, or he sells the free couches. His name's Tim, and what he's doing could be replicated in any market, large or small. If you like Shannon's episodes or the appliance rental stuff or the garage shelving stuff, you are going to love this. Tim is a ball of energy, and he shares everything. He holds nothing back. All the tactics are in here. Please enjoy. Well, Tim, why don't you tell us who you are and what you do?
My name's Tim MacLeod. I flip couches. Used to be a nurse. That was fun, but just not enough money. Kind of put myself in a hole with adulthood. Got married really young. We had 1 kid, and that was good. And then another kid on the way, and my wife was kind of at her limit. The only way that I could stay afloat on this little financial treadmill I got myself pinched on was just slamming 16-hour doubles. And I was just headed towards like a mental health crisis. So needed something extra. Overtime needed to be replaced desperately, but all my options for replacing the income sucked. Like I could relocate or commute an hour away and make danger pay in like a mental health asylum with my current nursing certificate. Going back to school sucked. Like I scraped through the first time. The thought of going back was brutal. I just needed to replace the overtime. I didn't want to overhaul everything. I just wanted to replace the overtime. I just needed something extra to take the edge off. And I had some success flipping phones and iPads because that's all I really understood.
I've done that.
Like, okay, these are worth $450. Down the city, they're worth $300 because it's saturated with inventory. It was kind of like just geographical arbitrage, bring them up to the sticks where there was no supply, and they move way better. And my in-laws were in the city, so it was easy. Go for a free meal, grab some iPhones, come back, and every single one was like a nursing paycheck because after taxes it was like $180 for a nursing paycheck. So a couple phones would take the edge off. And then I had this terrible experience selling a couch because so many people wanted it, but everybody is like, could you drop it off? I'll pay your asking price, but could you bring it by? I was like, no, without a little Mazda 5,
No.
I can't. I was like, I cannot help you. I'm so sorry. And then finally, I hit a deadline, and my best option was some guy who was under asking price because he had to go get a U-Haul. He's like, could you do this? I got to rent a thing. I was like, yeah, sure. And so who got paid? U-Haul got paid. It's like, hold up. If I had a truck, I could have done that. I'd lost $200 for not owning a truck was the dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pitched the idea to my brother Ross, who's a business owner. And the idea at first was an excuse to justify buying a Ford Ranger because I thought it would make me feel like a man. And
and that's a pretty small truck as far as trucks go. Small for a couch.
I was driving a Mazda 5 at the time. You know, the like mini van, the little 4-cylinder.
Big upgrade.
So anything's an upgrade, yeah. And he said, that's a cool idea, and I think that you'd be good at it, like the phones and iPads things, like you're really reliant with that. But don't start $8,000 in debt. That's so stupid. Just borrow my trailer. And I was like, I don't have a hitch. He's like, go get a hitch. I was like, okay. So
on your Mazda 5.
Yeah, so I put a $450 hitch and wiring on a 4-cylinder car, just put it on the Visa. My wife almost talked me out of it. She's like, don't do it. That's a terrible idea. And I was like, I can pay for the hitch. Like that was my first goal, was just pay for the hitch. Break even on that. If it's a failed experiment, whatever. I know I can make $500 after a couple, whatever. And the other experience, so there was my couch experience, and then my in-laws scored a sweet deal on Bosch washer and dryer. Just someone who moved, and the new place had nice ones, and they had already brought their old ones, so they just had double sets of nice stuff. And same thing, truck privilege. My father-in-law got a sick deal on washers and dryers. So I thought I was going to be doing appliances, and they even got the dolly for it. But then the first day that I got the hitch, picked up the car with the hitch on it, borrowed the trailer, and I was like, what can I get? What can I get? And the only thing was a free couch. I was like, all right, let's do a couch.
You're just anxious to do something with this trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Anxious to pay off the hitch.
Yep. Yeah, just itching for activity. And so I got a free couch. It was this beige microfiber, had some, the ones that just like hold every water stain.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they get ugly so quick. It was one of those. And
Yeah.
so with 20 minutes in the driveway with a damp cloth, just like make the whole thing wet and then it dries evenly and it looks new
Yeah.
for 5 minutes. So a free couch, a little bit of sweat equity of just a damp cloth, and then just being the dude with the trailer. And it sold for 280. And a
Whoa.
nursing shift was 180. So it's like, huh?
Wow.
So if I do like what was the whatever math it was, I'm just like if I do this many couches. So immediately I called scheduling office. I had the trailer, I had the hitch, couches. It was like, okay, I can do a couch camp. That was easy. I reneged on all my overtime. I called up scheduling and said cancel all my doubles. And I wasn't shift work. I barely touched my scope of practice with nursing. Like I went straight to the comfy job with a nursing home, 8 hour shifts, free parking, 4 minutes from home, just comfy, comfy, comfy. I reneged on all my doubles, so canceled all the 2 to 10 shifts. So just my 6 to 2s. So 10 of those every pay period, and then all day at work, I'm just hiding in the med room, just like shopping for coaches, just lining up an evening.
Yes. Are you still interested? Yes. Are you still interested?
Yeah, that's right, all day. And then just line up pickups. And my wife's at home with a baby, and she's sending me coaches too, and we just line up profitable evenings. We had a little sad season there too, where we had a miscarriage, and so
Mm.
we're really itching to just get out of the house because just like the normal of like come home from work, watch Office reruns, or play Call of Duty, whatever I
Yeah.
was into at the time, was just so dark. Like I just hated being home. We just needed a distraction, and couches was a beautiful little distraction. So hit the road, and my first month, I borrowed the trailer on July 10th,
What year was this?
2019, summer 2019. July 10, I got the trailer, and in my first, 2/3 of a month, half month, I made more in my evenings after full-time work than I did my nursing job. 3 grand profit in 2.5 weeks, whatever. And that was mostly free stuff. I was playing it super safe. Wasn't like $60 for a couch set, like couch love seat, but for the most part, it was just like free 3-seater, just on repeat, just rinse and repeat.
If you could go back in time, would you still start with free stuff? Is that a good way to start? Or knowing what you know now, you would have started differently?
If I could brain transplant into like the confidence of just like, that's a $3,000 sectional and they're giving it away for $1,000, like I have a different confidence now.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was so safe to slowly scale up of just like, okay, so
Yeah.
that's a $250 couch. Okay, that's a $400 set. Okay. And then there was one time where it was a leap of faith, and another, like my wife trying to talk me out of it, of don't do it, where I spent $900 on a Lazy Boy sectional. It was this big gray, and at the time, millennial gray, like everybody just wanted gray fabric sectionals. That's all anybody wanted. And I had my eye on this sectional. It was at 2 grand, 1,500, and then I saw the price drop to 1,000 or something like that, and I got it for 900. Had it firmed up for 900. She tried to talk me out of it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. And I bought it. I think we're into like September now, so the days are getting a little shorter. It came home in the dark. The next day, I'm working, or on break, I head to the locker and do photos and videos and measurements and stuff like that. List it there, and then drive back to work. And by the time I got back to work, it was firmed up at $1,500.
By the time and it's a 4-minute drive.
Yeah, with a $150 delivery, so a $750 profit on the don't buy it couch.
Yeah.
So
And this was like your first
fastest
risk, like your first risky buy.
Yeah, for sure. And it was the biggest, the fastest, the easiest. No repairs, no restorations. It was just straight up someone hit a deadline, and then the game changed.
Real quick, please subscribe to my channel. I know it's kind of lame to ask, but it means a lot. Thanks.
Then it was just like, oh, buddy, let's just position ourselves to be first in line when situations change. And so that's what I'm doing now. And it takes the pressure off too, because at first it was like, I'm just refresh, looking for the people who are pricing it impatiently out of the gate. That's not fun. That's stressful. What I'm doing now is doing big shops once a week, starting 30 conversations.
Okay.
And then when people's situations change, you get notifications because the price changes, the description changes, they mark it pending, then back available. It's like, oh, someone bailed on them. And so it's positioning myself to be first in line when impatience strikes.
So you're starting 30 conversations regardless of price. Like it's an item that you think you could sell, not regardless of item, but the price is kind of irrelevant because you're willing to be patient.
Yep. I'm just looking at pictures. what do I want in my lockers is all I'm looking for. And I start those conversations. Like I started a conversation with a lady today who's got a couch listed at $4,000. It's like, it's a pipe dream. I'm not going to tell her that because I'd burn the bridge,
Yeah.
but she paid 10. She deserves 4. Not how it works. She might get 1,500, but she's too proud. You can tell by the listing and the house and the description and everything like that. She really thinks she's getting 4 for it. No chance.
They just appreciate a lot more than people realize.
Worse than a BMW. They're painful. Like I have so much sympathy for the people that I buy couches from. A lot of the times it's like there's not going to be a win here. Like I can tell by the wording, I can tell by we're in no rush. A lot of the times it's like they're thinking about changing up their decor. There's no opportunity there. I'm looking for the people who have move out dates, house closing, new one arriving. I'm squeezing those details out of them. Just like any hard deadline. It's like, no, we're good. Couch arrives on the 20th. 20th.
So that's a key part, is the questions that you ask to determine how motivated they are, the timeline, like when to follow up,
for sure,
etc.
I am looking for impatience, indifference, and ignorance is a big one too. A lot of times it's like millennial couples who were gifted like a dope Bernhardt sectional from their in-laws or something like that. And either they don't know what they've got, or like to them it's only worth $500. But it's like, no, that was an $8,000 sectional and you guys took okay care of it. That's $1,550 to me, and ignorance is on there too.
What are some green flags in a picture? Like, what are you really looking for the big money makers?
Move to the garage already with a Porsche in the background in the driveway.
There it is. Porsche.
Moved to the foyer, hogging up space. You can see the new couch in the background, which is like, oh, buddy, I feel like a turkey vulture. It's like, you need me.
Do you reference those things in your messaging at all, or do you just kind of internalize it?
How so?
Like, let them know, like, listen, I see it's in your garage. Like, I can come get it. Like, clearly you've already replaced it. It's taken up a lot of space. Or do you not go that route?
Yes, but not in a way like that. That sounds like if you're playing poker, like talking to just like, you didn't get that ace, did you, buddy? Like that kind of stuff. It's not like that. Yeah. It's I'm compensated for my reliable pickup service with a smoking deal on a couch. So I let people know that, hey, if you had a deadline, keep in mind there's a guy from Muskoka who will come. I can lift something by myself. You already got it in the garage? Oh, your husband doesn't even need to be home. I'll e-transfer the whole thing right now. I'll text you, pop the garage open, I'm out of there. So the fact that I can lift them by myself, I'm willing to send e-transfers like full pop a lot of the time. And there's hurdles about selling a couch, and just hop them.
What are the best types of couches, either brands or sectionals or sofas, or does it not really matter?
Definitely matters. I like to work backwards. Think about like, who is my ideal customer profile on the buying side? They are homeowners with either renovations that just got finished, or a new house, or they just bought a couch from the box store and their kids and dogs smashed it. Now they know that a used Lexus is better than a new Kia. And they're just like, I'm not paying the depreciation. Like that thing lasted 3 years. I would way rather get something rock solid. And that's all my inventory is used Lexus. It's just like the nice bones, full grain leather, built to last stuff. I have lots of repeat customers and lots of referrals, but very rarely am I taking a couch that I sold to the dump. Like I'm just moving premium.
How many times have you had to do that? Just throw something away.
Like dump runs for my customers? Oh, all the time.
Yeah, or it's just something you couldn't sell.
Nah, I'll fire sale it. Like I'll make a single mom's day and I'll take a loss. Like if I pay $300 and it's just like, ugh, I'll move it for $200 and make someone's day that way. Because I would rather do the drive of shame, and my inspections are so shameless. Like I'm like sticking my nose in people's couches. It's just like, that's piss. You lied to me. I would rather do the drive of shame than pay for a couch or bring home a cat piss couch or something like that, you know? That's always the decision when I find something that's a mess, is just like, what drive of shame do I want to take? Do I want the empty trailer or the cat piss couch in the locker? And I'm empty trailer all day.
I'm hanging on every word. I'm loving this conversation. You don't even know.
I'll go all day.
What do you charge for dump runs?
Dump runs start at $100. So if it's a 3-seater, I'll always ask, is there a recliner or a pull-out bed in it? Because if it's a recliner, it's going to be heavier on the scale. If it's a pull-out bed, the mattress is a flat rate of $38 because of the way that my recycles them. If I come with the couch, they're saying, is there a mattress in it? And there's a flat rate upsell, whether it's a king bed or a twin bed, it's $38. So, but 100 base, and that is super affordable compared to junk removal. It's not affordable compared to having the brother with the truck come pick it up. and that's totally cool.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cheaper than the brother with the truck.
Roughly speaking, like what percentage of your jobs are not revenue, but jobs are dump runs?
Very rare. I do 20 transactions in a month. I did 2 dump runs, 3 dump runs.
Okay. Not a big part of your business. And you don't want it to be, I'm sure.
It's kind of nice icing sometimes.
So only having one side of the transaction, not having to manage a buyer. It's nice just not having to sell it. You get your money and you know it's going to the dump. You don't have to list it, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like my fries with that of just like, and it's just icing. The dump's pretty close to home, and if I have stuff that's a dump run at home, now that's a business expense, like it was paid for with the customer. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's a nice little addition. Not opposed.
Okay.
Plus, it secures the 5-star review too of just like all of their couch related issues I handled.
Are you doing exclusively all this stuff on Facebook Marketplace or other platforms as well?
So in Canada, our Craigslist is called Kijiji. And
Yeah.
I prefer Kijiji for buying because that's where the boomers, I think, predominantly. Actually, no, I got in trouble for saying that one time. I had a reel that did really well performance rate because all the boomers in the comments were like, "That's not true. I'm on Facebook."
I've done the same thing.
But I really prefer Kijiji for buying because it's also chronological. It's just easier to keep track of. Facebook's kind of just like stuff gets thrown at you, and there's like a gravitational pull to the Reels tab. Like I'm constantly just like, no, Tim, back to couches.
Yeah.
Watching
Yeah.
road rage videos, and I much prefer Kijiji, but Facebook outsells Kijiji probably 9-1.
What are some of the best deals that you've ever done? Like best flips?
The GOAT was Eleanor. That's pinned on my Instagram page. That was a $200 purchase for a $5,200 sale.
Whoa.
It was dope. It was a Restoration Hardware. That thing made my knees shake. It was $20K new. It was just art you could sit on. Like, yeah, that was a really, really nice couch. And I probably could have posted it for 8, but as soon as you post the price, you can't raise it. So
yeah,
I had it at $5,000 and I had 6 people ready, just like, I'll send money right now. Can I please have it?
Wow.
And
even at that price point.
Yeah, even at 5. Because at that point, it's like people who they'll never have an opportunity to, like, it's an heirloom piece, like Restoration Hardware, $20K new, $5K. Like you can get plywood and pleather for $5,000.
I think people might be thinking like, well, Facebook Marketplace is for the lower end of the market, but like you either want to be the most expensive or the most cheap, right? There's people at both ends and everywhere in between.
Yeah, I'm like a middle ground between retail that comes delivered and new that you have to pick up. Like there isn't really competition between my listings. It's a very, very unique offer of, it's a used couch on Facebook Marketplace, but I did the inspection. My video inspections are really thorough, so there's no surprises on them, whether they come to see it or whether they take delivery sight unseen, which is often. And that's the goal with my videos, is for it to be good enough. It's like, yeah, he literally showed me all the reasons not to buy it, and highly doubt with that much detail that there was anything missing. So yeah, sure, bring it back.
And do you lead with the video first on the listing when you go to sell it?
Yes, I pioneered videos on listings. Like it was way back when. That was my like signature move, was that when they messaged me, hey, is this still available? I would have a keyboard shortcut. Yep, with 2 Ps. Yep, it expands into, yep, here's a quick little video inspection of it. And then I'd fire over a 59-second video that showed all the reasons that they would not want to buy it. And then they could make a good decision right there. Since then, Facebook realized I was a genius, and now you can add videos to listings.
What are your numbers like today? Like how many couches are you flipping on a monthly basis? What is your revenue and profit like?
The year to beat is 2023. This year was softer, and that was mostly my fault. In the spring, I kind of took my foot off the gas pedal and didn't have enough humility in my pricing, and stuff was moving slower, but I'm on the mend now. The goal is always 20K sales. Gross profit, so just sales minus cost of goods, usually settles north of 10, like 15 grand, probably after expenses.
That's amazing.
But it's so muddy. Like I hate the N word of net profit, because it's just so muddy, because it's so much personal expenses. Like I got car seats in the back of a soccer mom SUV. Like I'm driving a 2009 Toyota Highlander Sport with car seats in the back. And so that's my grocery getter and kids to school and church mobile and stuff like that. So it's probably like an 80K a year income.
Dude,
gross profit.
That's amazing.
100K. Over 100K, 6 years running. in
Yeah.
revenue.
Here is a quick, tried and true business idea for you. There is an all-in-one platform that handles CRM, email marketing, funnels, booking, all of it, everything a business needs to run and grow. It's called High Level, but you can completely white label your own tools with it, which means you can rebrand the entire thing as your own software and sell it to local businesses. It's got a built-in prospecting tool that pulls local businesses, shows exactly where they're screwing up, and then you can pitch them the fix. Find the problem and solve the problem on the same platform. It's stupid easy to set up. It has drag and drop builders, pre-built templates for everything, so you're not just starting from scratch. Then you can charge monthly. They get their problem solved while you build recurring revenue. So go to gohighlevel.com/TKOpod for your first 30 days free. And this could legitimately be your next business.
Yeah, 2023 was dope. I did 183K in sales. Gross profit was 120 after expenses, probably like 90K income. And that was with a 3-year-old in tow.
Yeah.
Because my wife went back to work. She was sitting on a nursing license, and then she got an opportunity to go on the supply list. And she had a lightning fast teacher career launch. She's already a full-time grade 7 teacher. But that year she got an offer for supply list, and she's like, I don't know, babe, like, how would it work? I was like, do it. I'll take Hudson, no problem. And we did. She hopped in, supply list. She was slammed right away. And every day I had a little 3-year-old with me, and in the cup holder, I had a bottle of milk to get him to sleep. Like, I maintained perfect nap
Amazing.
schedules, and drop his sister off at kindergarten, go to the city, fill a trailer, bring it home, pick her up. Yeah, like record months, just banger after banger with a 3-year-old. And I played 75 rounds of golf that year.
Whoa.
That's the biggest flex.
How many hours per week would you say you're working on an average week, give or take?
I wish I had those numbers for you, but it doesn't feel like work. Like, I'm just going for a car ride with Alex Hormozy, just crushing audiobooks, and no way am I working 40 hours though. I don't think. I don't put pants on for less than $1,000. Like, I'll wait. I'll send deposits and I'll stack them so that I can get it all done. I'll get 2 or 3 done in one go. Yeah, lots of days off during the week, and the goal is probably 3 good double or triple pickups, and then the deliveries don't feel like work. Like, often it's like wife and kids in the car, and go to Wendy's and grab a bag of burgers and stuff like that, or squeezing around a golf. Like, the time freedom is stupid. It's awesome.
That is awesome. How much time do you spend flipping each couch on average? Like, how much work do you have to put into them? If I would think it's like minutes per couch. Some you do nothing to. What does that look like?
I don't rehab. I relocate.
You just wipe them down, maybe?
Yeah, most of them are as is. I had one recently where I did a delivery that was 2.5 hours away, $500 delivery on top of a $1,000 profit. It was a dope run. And then on the way, while I was there, I shopped the area. I hate coming home with an empty trailer, so found a couch, put my nose in it, cat pissed, and got another $300 off the price. Took it straight to my auto detailer, and it was $150 for them to make it brand new. I don't clean. It started as a rehab gig, but yeah, ever since that great lazy boy, I was like, nah. Plus, there was a lot of times where that was a bottleneck for me. And that's the difference between it being a hobby and a business, is just like identifying bottlenecks and smashing them. And I am a procrastinator when it comes to cleaning couches, or I actually don't have the skills to fix leather. I've got a guy for that, where I'll drop it off to his garage. He was a mobile restoration guy, so he would get contracts with dealerships, and he would go fix 3 cars in a day that were off lease before they'd resell them. That was his thing, but he gave me smoke and cash deals because I would bring them to his garage. And you know how you can either have, what's the saying? You can have it fast, you can have it cheap, or you can have it good. You got to pick two. His was good. His was good and cheap, and it was like, take as long as you need. No problem. I don't need it.
Yeah.
Put it in his garage, and a month later, I'd say, "Hey, is that thing done yet?" He's like, "Oh yeah, come Tuesday, it'll be ready." So that was. But he's a magician. But I can count on one hand how many times I've used him this year. So that's my leather guy. And then if it's fabric for cleaning and stuff like that, I'd way rather drop it off to the detailer because they got the big guns. I had a green little Bissell extractor machine, And I gave it away to a customer one time because a tarp malfunctioned on me in the winter and it had salt stains. When I dropped the couch off, I was like, here, just have it. Here's a free machine.
You're still just using a trailer for everything. You don't have like a box truck or...
No, open trailer, utility trailer on a V6 SUV. So it's like, as far as moving couches go, it's 2 trucks for half the price. It's a 12x6 open trailer. It's just playing Tetris XL. And I've put some comically large loads in there. In soggy season, I have to be a little more particular, and like I'm doing like mental Tetris and how I'm going to tarp it and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll get a U-Haul for $45, including insurance for 24 hours for a 12x6 enclosed, but it's got all the aerodynamic qualities of a garden shed. Like I'm just chugging gas on those days. The dream for me is a snowmobile trailer. 7x16 full aluminum snowmobile trailer. I had someone pick up a couch one time and throw it in there. And I was like, oh, buddy. When I saw like how much room it was in there.
You were coveting him hard.
Big time coveting, yes.
You're 2 hours north of Toronto. That's like rural Canada. How many people live in your area?
I don't know.
What city is it?
Muskoka. Typically around the 3 hours one way mark is when my delivery fee is discouragingly large, where people are like, sorry, Facebook's showing me stuff further away. I don't actually want it that bad. But the most I've ever charged for delivery was $600, and it was 3 hours one way.
Wow. I'm looking it up. Muskoka has 66,000 people, like that whole area.
Yeah.
And then you got Barrie. Is that just south of you?
Yeah, that's where my in-laws are. That's where I was originally picking up.
150,000 people there. Like, that's not a lot of people.
No, we got to be more than that. They got 2 Costcos. No, that's not true. They have 1 Costco. But I feel like it's more than, I feel like it's a half mil. Greater Barrie area.
I mean, maybe like the greater area, but
yeah,
like, everyone needs a couch. Like, it doesn't need to be a lot of people.
Correct. And I'm really well positioned where it's like my own little private fishing pond where I'll rip down to the city where inventory is so dense and nobody has trucks. Like I'm buying in the like Tesla, BMW neighborhoods, and a lot of my stuff does get picked up. Like I'm not delivering everything. A lot of trucks and trailers come to my locker to pick up, but they weren't going to the city. It's like an import business.
What percentage of the quote unquote market, I know like you have no way of really knowing, do you own? Like of these types of couches, like how much of this is yours versus if you really wanted to work 100-hour weeks, how big could this be?
I only want to buy them as fast as I can, as fast as they're selling. I have 5 lockers. I'll keep par levels. When I'm at capacity, I'll drop some prices. When I've got room, I'll start buying. Like usually October. October was super light, but kind of a banger.
You say lockers, you mean storage units?
Yeah, 5. I got 5 of them. I had 6. I dropped 6. Was giving me a complex where that's where my pricing was not humble enough because it was like, I got space. October, I did 10,340 in sales with a gross profit. So just sales minus cost of goods, gross profit of 7,240, and that was 7 transactions.
Wow, $1,000
Bangers.
Profit per transaction.
Yeah, that's the game for me is saying no to stuff. If I'm driving down in the city, I want a whale or 2 tunas. I throw back all the bass.
How big are your lockers?
10 by 20, 3 of those. 10 by 25, 2 of those.
And what do those cost in total per month?
They're very affordable compared to the city. I'm like, when I had 6 of them, it was $1,160, and I just dropped one. So I think I'm under $1,000, just under $1,000, like 1,100 square feet, and they stack pretty well too. So I like to have lots and have them as showrooms instead of tuna cans, because when people like it sucks to have to pull everything out to show someone a couch, right? I would way rather have 5 showrooms than 3 tuna cans.
Do you ever dabble with other large items, flipping them, or is it only couches?
Well, I ate a loss on a washer and dryer. I hurt myself with a dining table. I smashed a hutch. I just really like couches. I can lift them solo so safely, and that's what my market's looking for. I get lots of requests for other stuff. I get offered a million china cabinets. No, thank you. Just couches. I just love couches, man. They're so easy. I'll just throw those suckers around so easy.
You can't really break them that easily, right? I mean, they're just hardy as opposed to like a china cabinet.
Especially premium ones, yeah. Yeah, like the china cabinets, I have to decide whether I want to break the furniture or break my body when I put it down. Whereas couches is like, my movements are so solid. Like like portaging a canoe, you know?
That's the most Canadian thing I've heard all day.
Even if I can't do like the heroic like clean and jerk from all 4 feet on the floor, I can still stand it up from one end and then use my thigh as a fulcrum and let it fall and catch it, and then I'll throw it up with my. If my dog wasn't so cute on the couch, I'd lift this couch for you. But
Have you ever hired an employee or used like contractors or helpers, or do you have any intention or desire to scale that way, or are you good?
my hire that I'm tempted would be a VA to shop couches for me and just fill up my messenger and run my scripts and just have everything queued up so that when people drop prices and stuff like that, then because it's like having irons in the fire. I need like 20 conversations on the go at all times to have like 5 good purchases a week. And I hate shopping is my least favorite part. It's the most crucial part. And it's just like, I go full Hormozy with the headphones and the caffeine and nicotine gum, and like I just walk in and just like, oh look at 300 couches, message 50 by 3.
Do you ever list stuff before you buy it to see how much demand there is for it, or is that kind of tricky because it's already listed?
I do have a wait list, so I have in my phone the W in my contacts is very long because it's wants brown leather sectional, wants burgundy couch love seat, that kind of stuff. And so whenever I have something lined up, I'll be like, does anyone want this? And then I'll screenshot it and crop the price out of it and say, is this one a maybe? And then as soon as I have my hands on it, I'll send them a video inspection from the driveway. But very rarely am I taking something straight to a customer. It's usually going to the locker anyway.
Yeah. How long did it take you to learn the values of these things? Like to really know when you had a good deal on your hand? Were you just doing a bunch of research, like looking for comparable couches, or how did you work through that?
No, trial and error and school of hard knocks for sure. The ceiling, besides Eleanor, she was a unicorn, is 2,500 for a couch. That's like a $10,000 sectional, 2,500 bucks. And there's some outliers. Like I've definitely had some 3,500s and 3,000. No 4,000s though. The jump is straight from like 3,500 bucks right up to Eleanor at 52. I want all of my listings ideally to be north of $1,000, but it's still nice to fill in the cracks with the odd like $650 couch love seat and just pump volume with them. Yeah, the reason October was so dope with 7 transactions and 10 grand was because it was just banger, banger, banger.
That's what you want.
Or no, not love averages, 80-20 rule. We just like cut out all the crap, just whales and tunas. Yep.
Quick question. What if there were a private community out there of people that were building businesses based on this podcast? Well, I just made it. And it's only for business starters and business builders. It's called TK Owners. And it's basically like having me and 100 other business geniuses as your business partner. Also, there's going to be exclusive new trends, growth hacks, business ideas, and a database of everything I've ever talked about. You'll find thousands of startup case studies. You'll have weekly Ask Me Anythings with me while I'll answer your questions directly. You can join now at tkowners.com, link in the show notes. What are some best practices for selling or buying anything on Facebook Marketplace?
Not procrastinating listing, not procrastinating anything, actually. Just constantly on the lookout for bottlenecks and just smash them. Sometimes a bottleneck will be that the photos sucked because when I brought it home, the sun was behind my back and I've got a big shadow holding the phone over the thing. And I need to go back in the morning to relist it when the sun is behind it. Lots of natural light, but no direct light. So there's lots of little things like that. And that's why I got in trouble in the spring, is because I was ignoring that. Just way too comfy at home. And the ice storm in Ontario was brutal. We got our butt kicked last year. Best practices, video inspections for sure. So you can push people to making good decisions. When messaging people, okay, this is the answer I want to give you. Keyboard shortcuts. Having everything so that you're not typing all day long. Like my keyboard shortcuts are just hey, anyone scheduled to pick this up? Doesn't need any repairs or restorations. That's if it's leather. Doesn't need any repairs or stain removal. That's if it's fabric. Is anyone there to help me lift it? I'll be alone. Are weekday morning pickups possible? And I'll batch that whole thing. I'll look at the listing and then, okay, so the listing says pet free, smoke free, and good use condition. And then from that, I'll fill in the gaps using my keyboard shortcuts. And then now their reply is all the information I need. And then I pump the brakes on my enthusiasm with another keyboard shortcut, just starting to have a peek at options, might get back to you. because when you're selling, if somebody's asking a bunch of questions and then they shoot an offer, it's like, nah, you want it. But when you slow play it a little bit, and sometimes it's safe to do that. If they already have it priced at a GTFO price, then I'm not going to slow play it. But most of the time, I'm extracting all the unnecessary information, and then I'm pausing it with a just starting to have a peek at options, might get back to you message. You get bonus points for not ghosting them because everybody else ghosted them. And now you've got good favor of that. And then I'll reconnect with a polite lowball offer of, hey, any chance you'd consider this much for an out of towner? I could come from Muskoka with a trailer and pick up. Because it came like gift wrapped of just like, I'm so far away. Could you take this?
Yeah.
And that's truthful. A polite lowball offer. And I was deceitful. I said,
Yeah.
I'm shopping for my little sister who got her first apartment. I don't have a little sister. I'm the youngest of 3 brothers. I did that once, and then the lady was like, "Oh my gosh, of course, come get it."
Then you felt dirty,
I felt terrible. I was like, it wasn't even necessary. Like she was such a sweet lady, and I did that once, and then I got in the car and I was like looking in the mirror, like, "Who are you?" And
what have you become? It's just a couch.
Exactly. Never again. Honesty, always, always, always. And I want people to know that I'm a reseller because I want my name and number in their phone all the time. I'll get messages of just like, hey, you got your number from Sophie. Any chance you'd be interested in this one? They're my customer too.
That's surprising to me that you would have so much repeat business. I wouldn't have thought that. It's a signal that you're working that. Like it's intentional. It's not by accident.
Like it feels like skills and tools. Like in the same way that I sit in my hot tub and look at all the trees that I want to cut down. It's like, I would kill myself if I tried that. I need to call my buddy Mike, who's got climbing spurs and 3 different kinds of saws and a dump trailer and a chipper and ridiculous skill with tying knots and stuff like that, where every time that I lift a couch with somebody, they'll say, wow, you look like you've done this before. It's like, because like, it's like, all right, we're going to go front side down. Okay, once we hit this corner, I'm going to go high, you stay low. Good. And we're going to rifle it a little bit, kind of a 45. That's it. Perfect. And okay, once we clear that armrest, we're going to buy 3 inches, and then I'm going to go this way. Can you take a step to your left? There it is. Perfect. It's just surgical. It's just a weird little skill set that I've not only developed, but I actually have a memory back in high school when I was playing Halo with my buddy Devin in his basement. And no, that's not true. No, we were smoking bongs in his bedroom. That's what we were doing. And we're sitting next to each other on the bed, and it felt way too intimate for 2 17-year-olds. And I was like, you know what? We should get that chair from the basement or the love seat from the basement that no one uses. And so we go to get the love seat, and his idea of how to get it through the door was terrible. And I was like, hold up. No. This side down, this side up. And then he like laughed. He's like, have you done this before? Like, do you want to start a moving company? Like, that was so good. And it was flawless. And it was just like, I saw it. Do you ever see Good Will Hunting? You know, when he's at the cafe with his sweet girl, and she's like, how do you know all this? And he's like, you know, Mozart sat down and he saw the piano and he could just play. He's like, I can't hit a ball out of Fenway, or I can't hit a home run. All I can play is chopsticks. But when I see this stuff, I could just play. And just putting couches through doorways and just like,
yeah, it's your skill.
There's some times that pain me that I didn't have my tripod set up, where it was like, I impressed myself of just like, use a tea towel as a slider and get a couch through a patio door by myself and then portage it down the stairs. And like, I've done some ridiculous solo deliveries. And it's just a weird little skill set that and backing up a trailer and negotiating on Facebook. Like every aspect of this game is just like all my skills just combined into one beautiful little craft of just like, hey, you need a couch? You need your couch picked up? It's just, I'm good at it.
So many of those skills are applicable to anything though, like the negotiating, it's so valuable.
Yep. And I'd probably be a good realtor. I'd probably be a good mortgage agent, but couches, man, time freedom is just so hard to beat. And then like the coaching and stuff like that. I've got lots of guys that are making like $1,500 with my info and just stealing all my scripts. And I've got guys in California and a couple different states. And it's dope. Those are my favorite messages to get, of just like selfies with the kids and doing couch pickups and stuff, to just copy and paste what I'm doing is really cool. Yeah. Couches is dope for a transition season. Like anybody who hates their job, it's like, yo, there's a lot of people. If you can lift a couch, you've got a truck or a trailer.
Yep.
Like it's the dopest transition gig to either supplement or replace your income and just pay the bills until the next thing takes off.
Is this something you would recommend to other people to try? Or is that a softball question?
Oh yeah, totally. If you can, you don't have to be able to lift a couch by yourself. Like some of my students are string beans that are not able to lift a couch like I am, but like me lifting couches is a very, very unique form of laziness where it's like, I could jackknife park the trailer and use the dolly. It's like, nah, I'm just going to pick it up. I'm the kind of guy who would rather walk across the house to find my flip-flops than bend over and put my shoes on that are right there in front of me, Like it's a very unique kind of laziness. And that's that's what the couch lifts are too. If you can carry in a stubborn load of groceries, you can make 10 grand a month flipping couches all day. Like most of the time when I'm buying a couch, one of my first questions is someone there to help me lift it? You can lift half a couch for sure. And if it's in the garage already, you can drag it to the edge of a pickup truck. Like if Brian Panetta can do it, you can do it.
I didn't know he was doing it.
He was like the original. I thought I invented it. And then someone sent me a video of Brian Panetta with his red hair at the time. And I was like, oh, everybody's going to be doing it now.
I think you're a lot more respected than he is, but that's just me. All right. Well, Tim, where can everyone find you?
Full-time Flipper. The Full-time Flipper. There's a girl who made a page, did one cartwheel, took the name Full-time Flipper, and so I'm the Full-time Flipper. Yeah.
That's your name on Instagram?
Yep, the Full-time Flipper.
Do you have a website?
In the bio, there's my landing page for the couch course.
Cool. Thanks, Tim.
Cool beans, dude. Thanks so much for having me.
All right. What'd you think? Please share it with a friend, and we'll see you next time on the Koerner Office.